Hello everyone, Ricochet here today. Today I have a very important message for you about the Democratic Party's next step agenda. It actually made its public premiere a few days ago, but it's been in the works ever since President Trump took office. And I call this episode Tax Intrusion Delusion. Before I get into the details of the Democrats' next step in attempting to defame our president, I want to talk a little bit about taxes and the IRS. If you don't know this already, you'll need to put this in the back of your head before I get into the main discussion of what I really want to talk about and share. First, if you complete a tax return and send it into the IRS, by law, the IRS has a legal amount of time to audit your return. And in most cases, that time frame is 3 years for them to audit, measured from the return date or due date of the return or the filing date, whichever is later. But watch out! The 3 years is doubled if you have emitted 25% or more of your income. Now here's the point I want to make. The IRS also has no time limit if you never file a return, or the IRS has no time limit on auditing returns in which fraud or criminal activity is involved. Having said that, I'd like you to remember that during my discussion, as it's now a key point in the Democrat Party's tax intrusion delusion. A few days ago, the New York Times released an article that stated, "Decade in the red. Trump's tax figures shows over $1 billion in business losses." For those of you who don't know this, Trump's financial distress years, some 35 years ago, are basic public knowledge. Even Trump himself, on numerous occasions, has spoken on camera about his traumatic collapse and recovery. For several weeks now, you've been hearing in the background from the Democrats the rhetoric about obtaining Trump's tax returns, which, by the way, not legally required to be revealed by a president. Now, since the Mueller investigation was axed by A.G. Barr, followed by the president's asserting presidential privilege on the full Mueller report, the Democratic Party is in a frenzy. The Mueller report is certainly now a dead horse. But now the New York Times, in a planned measure of perfect timing, released this tax article purposely alleging that the President Trump committed crimes when filing those tax returns for his business. Here's what I ask you to keep in the back of your mind comes into focus. The New York Times released this article in coordination with the Democratic Party's mission to dethrone and impeach our president. Make no mistake about it, they are not going to stop. Their timing with the release of this New York Times article was just too perfect. The Mueller report is now completely null and void, so now they've initiated what I said before, the tax intrusion delusion. Make no mistake, they're a relentless bunch of cowards and pathetic losers. They cannot handle the fact that Donald J. Trump is sitting in the president's seat and not Hillary. Believe this and hear this. The Democratic Party, nor the New York Times, nor any other fake media news outlet anywhere really gives a damn about President Trump's tax returns, but they do care about what they can conspicuously create as far as public opinion goes. That's their new campaign entirely exposed, public opinion. Let me explain. There's no reason for anyone to go back 35 years into the president's tax returns unless they want to create a public demand or a crisis situation. What it does, it allows people's minds to become overflowing with fake media news and liberal opinion about how unfair and how wrong this is to them personally. They spin it in a very personal, so people will get all fired up and have a collective opinion. The media is the master venue through which the Democratic Party operates and uses. You know that. However, their collective party ideas and agendas are being rejected by the largest body of American citizens, and they fear that. They don't report it, but they damn sure fear it. The reason they're so afraid is because Trump beat Hillary in 2016 because of the American people and patriots who still believe in our country and went to the polls. They also know that the American people can and will take control of both the House and the Senate in 2020 because all 435 seats are up for re-election, and if they don't sabotage President Trump, they're scared to death. And don't believe the Democrats' innuendo that Trump didn't really win the 26th election. About a week ago, I put up a map of the United States on our Trump 2020 Facebook group page, which was originally published by Politico.com. It shows the true results of the 2016 election. Summarizing that map, Trump won the electoral vote count in 29 states as compared to 21 states for Clinton, and the popular vote in 30 states as opposed to 20 states for Clinton. If you don't believe me, go to Politico.com and see for yourself. Knowing how the Democrats think and their rational fears about the 2020 election, they'll quite literally take any measure to ensure President Trump is removed from office before the 2020 election. So you're beginning to see the Democrats and their exact what's next plan. Now, I believe there'll be a media frenzy about Trump's tax reforms in the coming weeks and months, blasting Trump about his tax records and all this. This is a coup and another attempt to raise public awareness and opinion about the subject. You may want to ask, just why is this so important for them? Well, here's the real reason. Remember what I told you about the IRS at the beginning and how they can go back and audit your tax returns at any time if they believe there was some illegal activity involved with the return? That's the door the Democrats are trying to open. They want to create enough public opinion from the liberals to create a cry or a demand to look into Trump's business records. Again, what happened to President Trump some 35 years ago is not relevant now unless you're a Trump hater. So what happens if they open that door? They'll be looking for anything, and I do mean anything, to get any judge to rule on Trump's tax returns, which were just leaked to the New York Times. Let me elaborate on that. What I mean is they're looking for anything as minute as Trump ran a stop sign in 1985. That's against the law. He should be held accountable. Do you get my point? Any minute thing they can find and cause a public outcry will start somebody looking for a legal measure to come against our president. So how do we fight? One weapon is the truth. Knowing the truth and letting other people know the truth. The legal system is another. If the Democrats push this into the courts, I'm sure Trump's lawyers will put this in limbo for an eternity. But the public opinion part, it can affect those who are going to vote in 2020. That's the real problem. So it's imperative to share the truth about this coup. This video can help you do that exact thing if you'll share it. Our best weapon is your votes. Making sure you commit to vote red in November 2020 when all the House seats are up for grabs. We must take back the House of Representatives in 2020 and also make sure we keep control of the Senate. 34 seats in the Senate are up for re-election too. This is as urgent as the election itself, so make plans right now to vote in 2020. In closing, I want to leave a little fact in the back of your head to think about regarding my message tonight. Nancy Pelosi, the recent new Speaker of the House, got about a $30,000 annual raise as she became the Speaker. Her salary is now $223,500 annually. Here's what I want you to consider. In 2013, Nancy was first elected to the United States House of Representatives, California's 12th district, and her estimated worth at that time was $26.4 million, according to Wikipedia. Today, in 2019, her net worth is estimated to be $100 million. She's increased her net worth by $73.6 million in 6 years from a previous $174,000 salary. How's that possible? But here's the bottom line. Nancy Pelosi has also never revealed her tax returns. She's accumulated massive wealth from where? Does she have a money tree in her backyard? Why isn't Nancy Pelosi being investigated for her taxes? I think we all know the answer to that question, huh? Finally, and most important, I'm going to ask you to do 3 things after watching this video. First, I'd like you to subscribe to my channel and like this video. Second, I'd appreciate you sharing this video with others which are coming up in the future. And third, if you earnestly love Donald J. Trump and support what he's doing and has done for you, me, and America, I'd like for you to become part of our Trump 2020 Facebook group. Simply go to the address below and answer 2 simple questions, click the join button, and you'll be able to view all the world's most knowledgeable conservatives in one location, as well as post and make comments on others' posts. We take our Trump 2020 family very serious and cherish all of our members. So until the next video, God bless everyone. God bless our president, our first lady, their families, our military, our veterans, and God bless America. And I salute you patriots.